Hi folks, we're at the village church of St Nicholas in Great Wakering, which is just outside of Southend, a few miles out of Southend in Essex. I did film at the beginning, but unfortunately my phone didn't want to cooperate, so I wanted to grab an opportunity where I caught the gardener who would open the church if we could have a look inside. I'm going to ask the ladies inside. Hello there. Hi. Hi. Apologies. I've just come by chance to film the church. Is there any chance I can have a look inside? The gardener's, just speaking to the man who was doing the gardening, he said it was fine by him. So, is it fine by you? Then that's... Yes, it's just for myself. I've got a small channel and I film old churches. Thank you very much. I won't be long. No worries, no worries. Thank you very much. I appreciate you letting me in. Thanks very much.
You can do the flowers when they're in place.
Ah, bless you.
And that's ready for Stephen then to take up. Then he can
Now, the stained glass window seems to represent the ascension of Jesus into heaven. Thank you. Enjoying the unusual summer?
Well, yes. Yes, I don't mind what but actually we've had a church tidy up for me. So members of the community come and help them raise
And the grapes, I say. Yeah.
Which obviously they have.
Yeah.
Actually, nobody's minded because they're coming in.
It is lovely and cool in here, isn't it? Sorry. Can I just ask you, is that those there, they look like they're set apart, they're sort of older than the rest of the...
They would have led up, or up here there would have been a roof screen.
Ah, there would have been a rood screen, yeah. So I've taken that was pulled down at the time of the Reformation, probably. Yeah.
And you've got just the remnants of what would have been painted over at the Reformation.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Sadly, as we can see, and the lady kindly explained, which had already worked out that the Reformation, unfortunately, was responsible for really stripping away much of the beauty of these ancient churches. And the stairs were taken one up to the rood screen. Now, the rood screen would have been where we can see it would have, where the top of the arch is, come down, and there would have been a crucifix with a crucified Christ on it, and it would have been joined by a screen, and the screen would have come down to separate the nave from the altar, from the sanctuary. As this really can, I suppose, the best interpretation or the representation that we could see it is today, although it's still some of these rood screens in ancient churches in this country, in Orthodox, Eastern Orthodox, there's a separation between the altar and the nave. representing that we are on holy ground, and where the bread and wine is consecrated and becomes the body and blood of Christ. And the priest brings that body and blood out to the people to tell us that the barrier has been broken. Christ has torn down the barrier, and we have access to the risen Christ.
With the West Cliff on sea.
Thanks very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That's all right. Nice direction.
Yeah, we have
It's
some.
the shape of a boat. And when you go outside, if you look at the spire, going back there, when
Yeah.
you look at the spire, it's white because years and years and years ago, it was used sort of like a lighthouse kind of thing. So it was a mark for the land.
This
and that's
is
why it
high
has
up.
to be
Yeah,
marked
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's fascinating. Thanks very much.
She was before her son on Julius Clemens.
She was, yeah?
Yeah, look.
Thank you. Oh, goodbye. So the lady kindly gave me some information. As we looked inside, the shape of the inside, the ceiling is in the shape of a boat. And that this church, because it's on high ground as many old churches were, it acted as a lighthouse out to the sea, which is about, I'll say, 1.5 miles, 2 miles from here. So not only was the Church of Christ, the light of the world, but was a lighthouse to stop boats hitting the rocks at the coast. And of course we have the old graveyards, the cemeteries. These gravestones are the earliest one I could find was the 1800s. And I've been told there's a cemetery at the back, which we will go and have a look at. And here we are to the rear of St. Nicholas Church, where a cemetery has been extended. And these gravestones are all of this in the last century. There's this stones. It says Elizabeth Irene Betty Andrews was born 1925 and died with her husband. They died together on the 25th of August 1987. And the scriptural verse follows, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, and they will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint."